Well, hello there, friends. I am back. I am so happy that my phone was not broken. In fact, I needed a new OtterBox, and I ordered one on Amazon, and I'm absolutely so very happy that that was all the problem was. So here I am again. First, let me begin by saying Blessed All Saints Day to all those who observe, and happy November 1st. It is November month, and I thought this meme that I found this morning was perfect for us, in the sense that we're approaching the holiday season. If you're here in the States, we celebrate Thanksgiving at the end of the month. And for many people, Beth and I were discussing that the holiday season is not a couple of days of eating in November and December and the beginning of January. For many people, the holiday season is just eating from the beginning of the month all the way through, for some people, 2.5, 3 months. Some people start on Halloween. And I never really thought about that because for me, thankfully, it's never been what I do or what I've done. Even if I overindulge during the holidays, which I definitely do. I enjoy my baking. I may have talked about that in previous videos. So I do sample some of that. Usually it's more because I haven't eaten all day because I've been baking and I'm hungry, but I also very much enjoy my cookies. I don't generally keep many of them around after I'm done baking because I'll eat them all. And I definitely love my stuffing on Thanksgiving more than anything, stuffing and gravy. And you know, the pumpkin pie that we'll have and whatever else we may have. I enjoy the meal. I love my cranberry sauce. Thankfully, the one that I eat is the one that I make, and I use stevia. So really, you're talking about eating cranberries. Not very much calories there. So back to, for those who unfortunately eat their way through months, beginning of November, starting with Halloween, all the way through New Year's. That's a real issue. And it's something that I would strongly suggest, if that is what you tend to do, that you maybe sit down and start talking to yourself about how you might want to avoid doing it as much as you have in past, by maybe putting some rules in place for yourself, things that you can live with, of course, because if you can't live with it, then you're defeating yourself, right? Before you even get started. I know for me, if I put too many rules in place, I go in the other direction really quick. I did contact Slimming World this morning because I went back in my weigh-ins on Nutracheck and I wanted to figure out when did I actually start Slimming World. I think Joan mentioned this in her video when she switched back to calorie counting, or just before she did, that she actually gained weight from May of this year, and I did the same. My weight gain actually was significant in April of this year. So I really did very well. I thought it was through the end of January. It wasn't. I went back and looked. So from when I hit goal in July of 2022, I made it all the way through to April, and with very little fluctuation in weight. And then after April, I let a lot of things get to me and I just trashed everything. And then in July, I decided that I would join Slimming World. And that was a really big mistake. And I'm not bashing the plan. I'm not. I think that it, at least initially for many, many people, it really is a good plan for them. And I'm never going to bash that. I'm also not going to bash the growth plan. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to let you know, though, in my personal opinion about me, and those things did not help me at all. Neither one. What helps me is to be back calorie counting. But again, it's a learning curve. So if I learned that through these last months, then so be it. You know, it's not as if I gained 20 pounds or 30 pounds, thank God, because that would take me a year to get off. But I did gain enough and go off the track enough to realize exactly what I need to be doing, and I'm happy about that. Anyway, what is November all about? In November, if you'd like to join me, there will be no self-hate, no matter what happens. And going forward, not just in November, November is the starting place for this, okay? There's no being lazy. There's no being lazy about weighing and measuring in the case of trying to, no being lazy and trying to be productive. Picking something that's positive that will make me feel good to accomplish in addition to my healthy eating and all of that. Because when you feel good about your day-to-day of what's going on in your life, when you're feeling better about things, it tends to affect, for me, my eating. So if I'm feeling down and out because I'm not getting things done, I'm disorganized, I'm all over the place, blah, 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 that isn't going to help me in my plan for healthy eating. I can tell you that right now. So there will be no excuses. There will be no excuses not to do the things that I'm supposed to do. If I do them, I'll admit to them. Hopefully I won't have many things that I need to admit to. I always try to do that anyway, but I'm not going to make excuses to myself. Oh, I'll start tomorrow. I'll just overly indulge in this cake and I'll start tomorrow. No, that's not something I plan to do. No pain, no gain. Well, you know, sometimes it really feels painful to eat healthy. I don't know if this resonates with anyone out there, but it's just easier to just grab something and go than to plan something or to follow through in what I plan, because I don't really feel like eating that right now, even though this morning it sounded like a great idea, but when I left home, but now, you know, I'm seeing other things around me and I'd rather just, you know, put this meal aside, this healthy meal that I made, and just have something that's not going to be painful in the sense that it's going to satisfy my immediate need, because I just want that in this moment. It's less painful to have that than not. You don't gain anything by sabotaging yourself. So no pain, no gain. Does that mean exercise for me? No, because I just work on getting my steps in. So you can apply that as you feel if you're interested in applying the November list to your life. Whatever that means to you. In my case, it's more like I'm going to go to grab for this pumpkin muffin, because it's less painful than walking away from it and eating what I'm supposed to be eating, what I had planned for the day, for my lunch. Okay, no unhealthy food, but again, parentheses, in large quantities, okay? The minute you tell me no is the minute I'm going to go in the other direction. I like things that are inclusive in the sense that they're not absolutes when it comes to being on the bad food list. I don't believe in a bad food list. I think that I know what the healthy food list is, and I aspire to try and eat those things every day, and in turn, eat less of the things on the not so good list. Okay, so yeah, I'll be eating some unhealthy food, what I term unhealthy. I know I will be, but I will have them not in large quantities. I think that one's pretty easy for me to do at this point, thankfully. If not, it's something to work toward. No soda. I'm not going to say no soda. For those of us that like a Diet Coke once in a while, I like Pepsi. Mostly when I can't breathe, because somehow it opens me up, and I'd rather have that than my asthma medicine, because I hate my asthma medicine. So, and again, an absolute no, but let's change that to drink more water. Instead of an absolute no, we'll just try to drink more water. Maybe have some seltzer water, flavored seltzer water. That if you're in the States, LaCroix came out with a beautiful package for the fall. There's some fall flavors. One of them is black cherry vanilla. I happen to really like that flavor. So if you maybe want to try some of those, flavor your water. There's all kinds of stuff on the market for that. No regrets. I think that's a wonderful thing, because again, if you participated in Halloween yesterday, I did. I overly indulged a bit. I'll be honest with you. I love Reese's. I really enjoyed those Whoppers yesterday. Yesterday's behind me now. So I'm not having regrets. It's in the past. If I stumble and fall in between now and the end of November, I'm not going to have regrets about that either. Because regrets is negativity. Negativity breeds overeating for me. It's like putting I don't know, plant food on a plant and watching it grow. For me, it grows in multiple times. It explodes with growth into something very negative. So, no regrets, no quitting. That one is an absolute in my book. Please don't quit. You can stop along the way. You can pull the car over. The journey is long. Sometimes it's very exhausting. Sometimes you need a break. Okay. A break is, I don't consider that quitting. Not quitting is just when you just say, I'm done, and you walk away. Don't do that. Nothing worse that you can do for yourself, to yourself, is to quit. You can take a break. I think that's fine. We all do it. I've done it many times. But sitting there and saying, I quit, I don't think that's an option if you want to live a long life, a quality life, not a life in a wheelchair or in a nursing home. A good quality life as best you can. So yeah, that's the list. And I really like this meme when I found it this morning. I hope that you feel that way about it. I hope that it brings some, I don't know, I like having a little bit of a goal. I don't like having the goal of, well, we have this many weeks to Christmas. And then what do? Fall off the end of the earth? You know, like what happens then? I like having something to follow, kind of, sort of. You know, like, to me, this is a little incentive kind of a thing, a positive thing. And I hope that it will help you. We'll see how it goes. Now, if you're on my Facebook page, my new one, which is in the description box of this video, I have the link in there for you. I posted this in the group this morning, this meme, with a little bit of, I don't know, my thoughts. So if you want to go over to that group and hang out with us, I would love to have you over there. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to share very much there. You can just show up, like the page, and whenever I post, it'll show up in your feed. And you can just check in there. You know, if you're feeling like saying something, then you say it. If you're not, then you can just hang out with us. I think it's a good source of support. That's what I would like people to see it as, I hope. And without commitment, you know, because in a group, I don't know, I think there's more commitment in a group. I think that's why some people shy away from it. On a page, you can just read what's on the page, read what other people are doing. Sometimes when you see other people post their thoughts, it's also very helpful and supportive to see what other people are thinking, and that you're not alone. You're not alone. Anyway, so what's going to be happening with my channel next? This week, I already did my food shop, so we will not be having a food shop video or a grocery haul. My weigh-in is on Friday. I will try to post that video by Friday evening for you if I can, if not on Saturday. And I think that we'll start fresh next week with what I eat in a day, and I aspire to put up 3 videos a week. I did really try to do more of that, but it really gets overwhelming. Because then if I can't get to it that day, I'm already videoing the next day. And then it really creates a lot of time and effort on my part that I really get overwhelmed with. So I'm not going to make promises of more than 3 videos a week. If something else goes up, or I put a short up on a meal that I had that I want to share, fine and great. But I don't want to say something that I'm not going to follow through with. So we'll just leave it the way I originally thought I would do it, and we'll take it from there. If anybody's interested in having a non-committal, well, there would have to be some commitment, because I wouldn't want to just be sitting there expecting people to show up. I would say that if you're interested in doing something weekly or bi-weekly through Messenger on Facebook regarding a group meeting, if you're looking for that for free, because I'm not going to be doing this for monetary reasons, I really enjoy helping people. I enjoy listening to people's stories. That really helps me a lot. And just the fact that sometimes people need something just more than, people tend to, I think, sometimes feel alone out there. And if they had the opportunity to be in a group, maybe for financial reasons or where they're located in the world, they can't do that, then maybe we can do something together informally where we just chat about what's going on, about how we're feeling, about what we're eating, what we'd like to be doing, what's working, what's not working, that type of thing. If you're interested in that, Mrs. Roe, Mrsroe, capital DEE, Mrsroedee @gmail.com. My email is also in the description box of this video. If you go to the Facebook group, you can also feel free to post it there. If you're not happy with that, just send me an email. And if enough people send me an email, I'll come back on here and we can further discuss how we might want to start doing that. Just a thought. Yeah, so that's it for now. I think I've gone on and on long enough. Just to give you some heads up feedback about what's going on with me with my eating. Another reason why I might not be wanting to do too many what I eat in a day is because I'm not really eating very much. This is an honest channel. I don't sit here and give you false information about what I'm doing and not doing. I really don't find that I'm very hungry. And I have to give you my feedback on that. For myself, I think it's really greatly got to do with that I'm not doing anything now. I am just counting calories. And I've taken all of that pressure off of myself. You have to have this from this list, or you shouldn't have that from that list. And oh my God, all of that mind-boggling craziness that I've done since July to myself is now gone. And it has given me back my freedom to eat what I feel like having, when I feel like having it. And believe me, it's not slices of cake and half gallons of ice cream. I'm losing weight. It's just the fact that I don't have to feel the need to necessarily put a full plate together. If I'm not feeling like having that for dinner, I am, like last night, I'll tell you that I had some chicken breast and some low-fat cheese sticks, and I had a package of those vegetable chips that you've seen me eat before. And yeah, I did have candy, but if I had had all the other food all day long and then had the candy, guess what? The scale would have went up today. I didn't purposely not eat because I was having candy. I didn't plan on having candy. But then after meal, I wasn't hungry. I felt like having Reese's and Whoppers. So I had them. And today's a new day. Now, am I suggesting that you do that? Absolutely not. I don't think that's a healthy way of eating. I'm not going to do that again real soon. But it was Halloween and I had the candy and I felt like having it. I have no guilt today, though. I don't feel like I went off a plan. It's a beautiful thing for me because that guilt only causes me to eat things I shouldn't eat. That's all that happens to me when I have that guilt on my head. I don't do well with that. So again, am I telling you to do these things? No. I'm just letting you know what I've been doing because I think it's really important for me to be honest with you. So again, I've had a few things from Nutrisystem. I have an abundance of Nutrisystem in my house. And now why am I eating it? Because I feel like eating it. I'm enjoying it. I don't want to eat things that I don't feel like eating because it's on a list. I want to eat simply because I'm hungry and this is what I feel like. Does that mean I'm going to McDonald's? No. It just means that one meal at a time, I am thinking to myself, what is it that I really feel like eating? And there's nothing wrong with eating Nutrisystem or chicken breast. If that's what I feel like. If I'm eating it within a calorie range that makes sense for my body, for what I'm trying to accomplish within my calories. You know, did the candy fit in my calories? No, probably not. I didn't track it. They were minis. They weren't full bars. Lord, no. But it was still not on my list of things that I should be eating for myself. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Yes, I am going to ask you to please do the November with us. There is power in numbers. I think the positivity that comes along with a group of people trying to do the same thing at the same time is really good for most of us. And if you plan on doing this November thing, please put it in comments if you don't mind. Not many people comment on my videos. It could be because you were watching on TV and you're not connected with your phone while you're watching the video. I know a lot of people watch on TV. I happen to connect my TV to my phone when I'm doing that, which is why it makes it very easy for me to comment on someone's video. But if you don't want to do it that way, go to the Facebook group and put a note there, or send me an email, or just do it. You don't have to let me know you're doing it. If it's something that you think is going to work well for you, then give it a try. So let me do as I always do and send you hugs. I wish you well. I hope things are going well for you in your life. I hope that you'll do at least one thing today to take good care of yourself, to push you forward on your journey to getting healthy if you're not quite there yet. And if you're already there, keep on going. Okay? For now, I'll say goodbye. And thank you again very much for watching. And I will see you again very soon. Be well, my friends.